Good evening, my dear guests. Welcome back to From Beyond. Tonight, I invite you to embark on a journey across shadowed seas, where legends and horror drift with the tide. Imagine, if you will, a lonely vessel discovered adrift in the sweltering waters of the Malacca Strait. No sound of life aboard, only silence. When the rescuers set foot upon its deck, they found a scene frozen in terror. Every member of the crew, lifeless, their eyes wide with unspeakable fear, their mouths twisted in a final, voiceless scream. The ship's name was the Ourang Medan, and its dreadful fate remains one of the most chilling mysteries in maritime history. So, pour yourself a glass, settle into the comfort of your chair, and allow me to recount the haunting tale of the ghost ship that carried death upon its decks and vanished into fire and myth. I am Sebastian, your host, and this is From Beyond.
Imagine a distress call echoing across the vast, unforgiving ocean. A chilling message, not of a storm or a collision, but of something far more sinister. A message that ends abruptly, leaving behind a terrifying silence. This is not a scene from a horror movie, but the beginning of one of the most perplexing and unsettling maritime legends ever recorded, the tale of the SS Ourang Medan. For decades, this story has haunted sailors, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. It speaks of a ghost ship, adrift with a crew found dead, their faces contorted in expressions of pure terror, their bodies untouched by any visible injury. A ship that, moments after its horrific discovery, met a fiery, explosive end, vanishing into the depths and taking its secrets with it. But what truly happened on board the SS Ourang Medan? Was it a tragic accident, a bizarre conspiracy, or something supernatural? Or is it, as many believe, nothing more than a chilling urban legend, a cautionary tale spun from the darkest corners of human imagination? Join us as we delve into the chilling narrative of the SS Ourang Medan, dissecting the accounts, exploring the theories, and sifting through the skepticism to uncover the truth behind this enduring maritime enigma. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about the mysteries of the deep. The year is often cited as 1947 or 1948, though the exact date remains shrouded in mystery, much like the ship itself. The setting, the treacherous waters of the Strait of Malacca, a vital shipping lane in Southeast Asia. It was here, amidst the bustling maritime traffic, that a chilling message pierced the airwaves. A series of desperate Morse code signals, followed by a fragmented, terrifying voice message, emanated from a Dutch merchant vessel, the Ourang Medan. The message, picked up by several ships in the vicinity, including the American merchant vessel Silver Star, was fragmented but undeniably horrifying. The first part in Morse code spelled out a desperate SOS. Then, a voice, weak and strained, uttered words that would forever be etched into the annals of maritime lore: "We float." All officers, including the captain, dead in chart room and on the bridge. Probably whole of crew dead. "I die." Silence. Absolute, deafening silence followed. The Silver Star, recognizing the gravity of the situation, immediately altered its course and raced towards the last known coordinates of the Ourang Medan. What they found upon arrival would defy explanation and fuel nightmares for generations. As the Silver Star approached, the Ourang Medan appeared eerily intact, drifting silently on the calm sea. There were no signs of a struggle, no visible damage to the hull, no distress flags. It was a ghost ship in the truest sense. A boarding party from the Silver Star cautiously made their way onto the seemingly deserted vessel. What awaited them was a scene of unimaginable horror. Spread across the deck, in the bridge, the chart room, and even the engine room lay the bodies of the entire crew. Every single man was dead. Their eyes were wide open, staring blankly at the sky, their faces frozen in grotesque masks of terror. Their mouths were agape, as if screaming in their final moments. Even the ship's dog was found dead, mid-snarl, its teeth bared in a silent, eternal snarl. What was most disturbing was the complete absence of any visible injuries. No bullet wounds, no stab marks, no signs of struggle or violence. It was as if they had all succumbed to an invisible, terrifying force. The air on board was strangely cold despite the tropical heat, and a palpable sense of dread hung heavy. The Silver Star crew, shaken to their core, decided to tow the Ourang Medan back to port for a full investigation. But the ship had one last, terrifying secret to reveal. As they prepared the tow lines, a wisp of smoke began to emanate from the Ourang Medan's cargo hold. Within moments, the smoke intensified, turning into a thick black plume. The Silver Star crew, sensing imminent danger, quickly cut the tow lines and retreated to a safe distance. Just as they cleared the area, a violent explosion ripped through the Ourang Medan, tearing the ship apart. In a matter of seconds, the vessel, along with its horrifying secrets, plunged into the depths of the ocean, never to be seen again. The mystery of the SS Ourang Medan had just begun. The sudden, inexplicable deaths of the crew and the ship's explosive end have fueled countless theories, each attempting to rationalize the irrational. While no definitive explanation has ever been proven, these hypotheses offer fascinating, albeit unsettling, possibilities. One of the most prominent theories revolves around the unsecured hazardous cargo. It suggests that the Ourang Medan was secretly transporting highly volatile and dangerous chemicals, such as potassium cyanide and nitroglycerin. Proponents of this theory argue that seawater could have breached the ship's hull, reacting with these substances to produce lethal toxic gases. These gases, odorless and invisible, would have silently asphyxiated the crew, leaving no external marks. The subsequent explosion, they posit, could have been triggered by the highly unstable nitroglycerin, especially if it came into contact with water or was subjected to slight tremors. This theory gained some traction from the post-World War II era, where clandestine transportation of sensitive materials, including wartime chemical agents, was not uncommon. Some even speculate the ship might have been carrying Japanese nerve gas, secretly handed over to the US military and transported on an unregistered vessel to avoid official paper trails. Another compelling, and perhaps more plausible theory, points to carbon monoxide poisoning. This hypothesis suggests that an undetected smouldering fire in the ship's boiler room or a severe malfunction in its ventilation system could have slowly filled the vessel with carbon monoxide. This insidious gas, colourless, odourless, and tasteless, is a silent killer. It binds to hemoglobin in the blood, preventing oxygen from reaching vital organs, leading to rapid incapacitation and death. The symptoms, headache, dizziness, nausea, and eventually collapse, would explain the crew's sudden demise without visible struggle. As the fire continued to smoulder, it would eventually grow out of control, leading to the catastrophic explosion that destroyed the ship. This theory aligns with the lack of external injuries on the crew and the sudden, widespread nature of their deaths. While these theories attempt to provide a scientific explanation for the tragedy, they still rely on a foundational assumption that the SS Ourang Medan and the events described actually occurred. And this is where the mystery truly deepens, leading us to the most unsettling question of all. Was the SS Ourang Medan a real ship, or merely a chilling figment of imagination? Despite the captivating and terrifying nature of the SS Ourang Medan story, a crucial question looms large. Is any of it actually true? For many researchers and maritime historians, the answer is a resounding no. The primary reason for this skepticism lies in the complete absence of official records. One of the most significant points of contention is the fact that no ship named SS Ourang Medan has ever been found in Lloyd's Register of Ships, the authoritative international registry of merchant vessels that has meticulously documented ships since 1764. This comprehensive database, which records every merchant ship, its ownership and its fate, contains no entry for an Ourang Medan. Furthermore, extensive searches in national shipping registries of various countries, including the Netherlands, have yielded no trace of a vessel by that name. This glaring omission is a massive red flag for anyone attempting to verify the story's authenticity. Beyond the lack of official documentation, the story of the Ourang Medan is plagued by inconsistent accounts. The details of the incident vary wildly depending on the source. The exact date of the alleged event shifts from 1940 to 1947, 1948, or even 1952. The location of the distress call and the discovery of the ship also changes, moving from the Strait of Malacca to the Marshall Islands or the Solomon Islands. Even the chilling SOS message itself has different versions. These discrepancies are not minor details. They are fundamental inconsistencies that undermine the credibility of the entire narrative. The origins of the legend can be traced back to European newspapers in the 1940s, with a figure named Silvio Shirley often credited with popularizing the tale. It appears the story evolved and gained new, more dramatic details with each retelling. A particularly telling piece of evidence comes from a Dutch newspaper, which published a series of articles on the Ourang Medan in 1948. While these articles added new elements, including the supposed survivor Jerry Rabbit, whose existence is also highly dubious, they concluded with a crucial disclaimer. This is the last part of our story about the mystery of the Ourang Medan. We must repeat that we don't have any other data on this mystery of the sea, nor can we answer the many unanswered questions in the story. It may seem obvious that the entire story is a fantasy, a thrilling romance of the sea. On the other hand, the author, Silvio Shirley, assures us of the authenticity of the story. This disclaimer, published by one of the earliest and most influential sources of the story, strongly suggests that even at the time, there was significant doubt about its factual basis. The story of Jerry Rabbit, the lone survivor who supposedly detailed the hazardous cargo, is another element that adds to the fictional nature of the tale. There is no independent verification of his existence or his account, further solidifying the idea that this was a dramatic embellishment rather than a factual report. In essence, the Ourang Medan appears to be a classic example of a maritime urban legend, a captivating story passed down through generations, growing in detail and horror with each retelling, but ultimately lacking any concrete foundation in reality. Its power lies not in its truth, but in its ability to tap into our deepest fears of the unknown and the mysteries of the sea. The tale of the SS Ourang Medan, whether fact or fiction, continues to captivate and intrigue. It stands as a powerful testament to the enduring allure of maritime mysteries and the human fascination with the unexplained. While the evidence overwhelmingly points to it being a compelling urban legend, its impact on popular culture and its ability to spark debate remain undeniable. Perhaps the true power of the SS Ourang Medan lies not in its historical accuracy, but in its narrative. It's a story that plays on our primal fears, the vastness and unpredictability of the ocean, the terror of an unseen enemy, and the chilling prospect of a silent, agonizing death. It reminds us that even in an age of advanced technology and scientific understanding, there are still corners of the world and indeed of human experience that remain shrouded in mystery. So as we close the book on the SS Ourang Medan, we are left with a choice: to dismiss it as a mere fabrication, or to embrace it as a cautionary tale, a chilling reminder of the perils of the sea and the boundless depths of human imagination. Regardless of its veracity, the ghost ship of the Strait of Malacca will continue to sail through our collective consciousness, a timeless enigma whispering tales of terror from the deep. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this exploration of maritime mysteries, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. And tell us in the comments below, do you believe the SS Ourang Medan was real, or is it just a chilling legend? I have told you what I know. Whether you believe it or not is entirely up to you.
And so, dear friends, the Ourang Medan slipped back into the abyss from which it came. A ship adrift in silence, its crew claimed by a terror that left no witness, no survivor, no truth to cling to. Some say it was poison gas, others whisper of secret weapons, or of forces not meant to be named by mortal tongues. But what remains certain is this: the sea does not yield her secrets willingly. She keeps them in her depths, in her shifting tides, and in the hollow cries that sometimes ride upon the wind. Perhaps the Ourang Medan was no ordinary vessel, but a messenger, a warning, written in fear upon the faces of the dead. And so, as you return to the warmth of your own fire this evening, remember that out there, beyond the horizon, the ocean still keeps her watch. And perhaps, just perhaps, the Ourang Medan sails on still, a phantom condemned to drift forever in waters from beyond. Until we meet again, I remain your devoted host,